Fun fact, most fighting games have an attack triangle where attacks beat grabs, blocks beat attacks, and grabs beat blocks.
My bad, the fire alarm went off.
Okay.
I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I was saying in most fighting games, you have a triangle where attacks beat grabs, blocks beat
Grabs beat
attacks.
shields, and shields beat attacks. But in this game, wrestler grabs just beat all three. So
Yeah,
that's great.
it's excellent. But also, it says a lot about this game that the character is still not the best character in the game.
Yeah, that's very funny.
Yeah.
And like, probably not even top 5, depending on who you ask.
Wrestler as a character is a very strong. Wrestler as a character is a very interesting design, because if you think about most grapplers in fighting games, most of them are slow, lumbering. They have to work to get in. Wrestler does not have to work to get in.
Yeah, I feel like it's a really interesting result of like some of the design decisions they made in this game, right? For example, like everybody having universal movement stats with the exception of D&D and water, and I guess GUI flight. And like that means that characters like your grapplers are not slower than the rest of your cast. You know, like Beetle and Wrestler are the same speed as everyone else. So I feel like just having that dynamic play out in this game is really interesting to see.
It's also the fact that Wrestler's SPD covers like a third of the screen.
His
which
what
is really
now?
Good. His SPD, his big high damage grab that all grapplers in fighting games have.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it actually covers like more than half of Springy, which is really funny.
Yeah.
So. And if you do it off the platform, it can still grab in the air. Now, okay, so Zyvon, we're going to see go to the D. She has been doing this a good amount today, and she actually talked about doing this in the past as an anti-wrestler option, just because she, like a lot of people recently, has been having troubles with Doug, which is understandable because Doug is a top 5 player right now. So, really good role to get around the dash grab there, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like this matchup is... not sure if it's D favored, but it definitely is better than a lot of characters for D.
Yeah.
Just because wrestlers got a lot of trouble getting around things like perfectly spaced whip, which we were talking about earlier, or things that don't need to be perfectly spaced, like mag spikes or D jab.
Yeah. That's your one move.
Yep, that's your move, but it's really, really good. And interesting to note is that actually Wink beat Croc in this matchup at the end of last season.
If you want to... Oh. Yeah. D is not a very good character.
That said, D's not very good. That said, D's not very good, and also this is Zyvon's like literally day 3 Waddle D. So that is
Contrary to what you might believe, characters actually take a surprising amount of work to be good with. In a game where characters have like 5 moves, who would have thought?
Yeah, like we have like 5 moves with every character, and yet like we have characters, like Meta Knight or like Yo-Yo or like Parasol or like Water or Ninja, who are like actually really difficult to play well.
All the top tiers in this game are really hard.
Yeah.
Wrestler is the easiest of the top tiers.
Wrestler's like the easiest in air quotes, but he's still a grappler,
Yeah, he's still a grappler in a game with Magalore and Gui. You have to get in.
And Fighter.
And Fighter, yes. To be fair, those matchups aren't impossible.
And this fucker. Like... Oh, actually rolled behind her there. Far enough to avoid the jab. That's really good.
Wow, Bandana D, one other problem with Bandana D is that you have spears that go in an arc. But yeah, your spears just whiff. You have no... Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
One thing to note is that Down B does have the best cross-up potential in the game, as far as burst options go.
For sure. Unreactable, once it starts going. And goes really far. So something like, even like a wrestler dash grab in the other direction, on like regular shield, can't get to it. So.
You can immediately act after that pogo jump that you can do after.
Yeah. You can actually just jump out of the 2B. Like, you can be going and just jump.
You can do down B into jump. You can do 2B into jump 2B as a true combo.
Yep.
And you can like short hop it, which is really cool.
Yeah, exactly. Or mix it with fast falls, all kinds of things. D actually has like a really like a good amount of nice movement tech in this game, honestly.
Yeah, Bandana D is a complete character, which is more than you can say for some of the other characters in this game.
Which is kind of crazy, honestly. Like, Bandana D with their 1.5 moves is like a significantly more complete character than Staff.
Yeah. Staff has 0 functioning moves. Well, you have your... That was really cool.
You have like dash attack, and then you have like jab as long as you don't do the finisher. And that's like it. Actually, no, DP is really, really good. DP is actually really good with Staff.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that's about where the figurative well runs dry for sure. But Dougsauce up, it looks like 3-0 here. Zyvon has not clicked off the text box, so it's kind of difficult to see, but I believe that's 3-0.
That you're not a commentator, get out of here.
Oh, y'all good? All right.
Damn,
cool.
smashed. Smashed.
I'll see you later, Zet. All right, cool. Getting
You've
back
gotten
to
a lot
the,
better
set.
at rejecting people recently, dude. I'm proud.
Oh, yeah. Well, thanks, I guess. Anyway, getting back into the set.
Yeah, going to jam here.
Another problem with D to D here, specifically on this stage, is that if you throw your spears, they will probably hit the... Yep.
Probably hit a plat, yeah. Yeah, I do like the stage pick overall, though. Like, this is historically, like, this is a pretty solid stage for Wrestler, but at the same time, this is, like, you know, one of Zyvon's comfort picks, I feel like, in a lot of matchups. Even with characters that, you know, aren't bomb and don't, you know, go up 5 spots on the tier list on this stage.
Yeah, for sure.
That was such a good charge B there to catch the drop kick on the way over.
Yeah. One thing about DDD's, one thing about Bandana, I'm not sure why Zyvon is not using jump down B.
I'm not sure why she's not using bomb.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, she's doing really well in the sense that like she's making a lot of correct decisions. Her decision making is actually really solid this set. And I feel like that's something she's been getting better at as a whole in this game recently. But at the same time, like her execution just is not really there with the D yet, in my opinion. And I think that is where she's fallen the most short. And the thing is, if that's your one weakness against Wrestler, you're just gonna get smashed every single time.
Yeah.
So.
That really good charge beat. That move charged fast.
She's done such a good job. Like, this is what I'm talking about. She's done such a good job of avoiding up grabs, avoiding, you know, punches out of shield, things like that. And then she'll take, you know, she'll make a mistake and like finish a jab where she shouldn't have, and then take like a full drop kick into a dash grab, and then nobody's having fun. And like as a result, she's losing this game, even though she's arguably won more neutral interactions. Yeah, it goes up
shit!
4-0 here.
I look away for a second, and Dougsauce is taking up 4-0.
Yeah, she fast forward jabbed into his shield, and he was just like, "No, get that shit out of my face," and back through. So, yeah, Doug's really good now, for some reason.
Yeah. Let's see. Going back to Jam, I think the stage worked really well for Zyvon. Zyvon playing the heart out here with Bandana D.
Yeah, like she's trying really hard. But
I think the what I would like to see a lot more if Zyvon continues playing Bandana D is usage of those jump out of the down B, because that makes that move a lot better.
Yeah, exactly. She's letting the full down B finish every time. She's never mixing it up with like a jump or anything like that. And you can actually like functionally just cancel it immediately, right? Because you
Yeah.
can, what you can do is you can jump out of it and then like immediately fast fall to where you don't get any airtime. And then
Yeah.
at that point, you've basically just done a shortened version of the dash beam. So
At the same time, if you let the full jump continue, it's slightly higher than a full hop,
yeah, it gives you a lot of forward momentum.
which also lets you begin your down B on the lower of Jam Bastion's 2 plats. You can get to the higher plat.
Yeah, you can get like all the way to where she is right now from like the bottom right platform, which is
Yeah.
crazy.
It's pretty wild. Let's see here. Yeah, Zyvon,
Doing pretty well this game actually. Slight disadvantage, but you know, not that awful.
that's
Spot
one
dodges the grab.
problem is Bandana
Oh my
D doesn't... Yeah, Bandana D does not have a lot of pressure because Sword, I haven't talked very nicely about Bim's Sword, but one thing he does do that's really good is the rapid jab and then you grab.
Yeah.
Waddle Dee can't do that because you get pushed back too far with the the rapid jab on block. You could theoretically do that actually if I'm.
No, you can. It's a thing that really good up grab there, and that's actually gonna finish it out with a 5-0 here from Dougsauce, taking
Yep.
what I